It don't even look. It didn't even look. It didn't even look like the Patriots would be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not the Patriots. Not the Patriots' way. So I just don't. I didn't even get it.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, man. Just bad. Yeah. And so, Matt, we're gonna move on, bro. But yeah, that play was definitely epic, man. And unfortunately, when we do like our annual reveal stuff, that's gonna be there for sure. That's gonna be there for sure. On the other hand, fellas, let's progress and let's talk about another overreaction. Is it an overreaction, Matt, Jamar, and to think that the way this football team has been playing as of late, and with the immense explosion and talent this team has, that the Detroit Lions are now a top 5 team in the NFL right now? And so, Jamar, your thoughts, bro. By the way, just an FYI, world, to our 7 viewers right now, Ian and Jamar has been very avid on picking the Detroit Lions. I've gotten a lot of W's from this team in the last couple of years. And Jamar and has been influenced by this team because of Home Box Office. It's a channel called HBO, and they love this show. They watch it every night. Called
every night.
So basically,
this man said every night though. I'm pulling up to my TV after work and cutting on Dan Campbell. Like, bro.
What you silly got to say today?
So yeah, man. Basically, they've been very avid in watching this team, and they are big believers in the Detroit Lions. And so now this team is winning. They are looking explosive, and I'm kind of biting my words because this team looks very damn good. And they are super talented, Matt. And so, curious, fellas, at this moment, is the Detroit Lions, is it an overreaction to think that they're a top 5 team in the NFL right now? They blew out the Vikings.
Are we really asking this question? We really? Overreaction. They still don't have a defense. And when you were talking about their top 5 team, like the offense and indoors can definitely score some points. Jared Goff, I mean, the Golfins and domes, by all means, they can score some points. Them outside, not so much. Them defending somebody, non-existent. No. Why are we doing this? I understand they on a hot streak, won 6 out of their last 7, half game out the last wild card spot. And I feel like the way they're playing, they probably will get in, but top 5, come on. No, don't do that. Just because we watch the Home Box Office doesn't mean we believe this team is a top 5 team.
Well, there was some rankings out there this week, y'all. If y'all was on the page, there was a guy named I think Eric Webb or something that was talking about it. And he was putting like the top 5 teams, because I think you had put a ranking out there, Jamar, and you was talking about it was some team that you felt was disrespected, right? And they were way down at the bottom. Was that the Vikings? Was that the Eagles? The Eagles. It was the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles. They had the Cowboys at 1, the Eagles at 5 or something like that.
Right. And then the guy followed up with an even worse amount of rankings. And so I'm like, yeah. And he had some crazy stuff on there too. And so, yeah. Is this an overreaction, Ian?
Definitely overreaction, Brandon. Come on, man. I like the Lions. I like the coaching, the way they're going, but come on, man. Overreaction. Defense is, I mean, they gave up 31 points to us. They give up points every week. They just scoring more points than everybody else right now. It's kind of good to see them kind of, going around, but it's definitely overreaction. Top 5, not even close.
Yeah, Matt.
That's overreaction. Offense can score when the climate's controlled. Their front 7 is solid, but their secondary is up to just 1 DB. The rest of the 3 are very, very suspect, to a point where the pass rushers can't get there in time because the ball's already out. Yep. They're a top 10. I would say they're a top 8, top 10 team just because of the coaching staff, and that coaching staff with the blue collar style of players they have on that team can get you out of a slum, and a slum with an offense that can comfortably score 30 points, and a defense that they may have a good game, but if they do have a good game, they will shut you out. You know, so that's the part that is scary with the Detroit Lions. Once, cause I do think they will get that last seed, but they're like the Patriots when they have a mediocre record the year that they went to the Super Bowl. They can get, if they win the wild card, they may get a run going. Cause I mean, going the NFC is only thing that's worrisome in the NFC going to the playoffs is Tom Brady, not the Bucks, but Tom Brady, because he's a clutch guy. Then from there you got your Eagles.
Yep.
So from there, I mean, I give them a top 8, top 10, just because of how they're playing now and the staff.
Okay. Well, this is interesting because we might have some mixed opinions on this one. Because you just mentioned the top teams in the NFC, but I'm about to mention another team, the 49ers. You didn't mention them. And so, is it an overreaction, fellas, to think that with Mr. Irrelevant, last pick in the NFL draft, Brock Purdy, that the San Francisco 49ers are an even scarier team come January than with Jimmy G, Ridgner's and JB's, Josh's former teammate at Eastern Illinois. Is it an overreaction to think, y'all, that this team is even scarier with Brock Purdy behind center? I don't know if you've had a chance to watch the Niners lately, Matt, but they look damn good on all cylinders. And so, Jamar, your thoughts, bro?
I'm gonna say it's not an overreaction from the standpoint that, I mean, he's playing with house money. So, like, pressure's not really on. I mean, at this point, there's like no negative if he plays bad, but it's all 100% like through the ceiling potential if, they play well and let's just say they happen to win it all. Then it just raises a lot of questions at that point. But I mean, he's playing within himself. I've been stating it for the last couple of weeks. The sum of the parts around him makes it a great situation overall for the team. I mean, he has the elite weapons on offense, top defense, coaching, just everything in his breadbasket. And he just basically playing within himself and not doing too much. It's kind of like Kurt Warner when Trent Green went down, or I guess Drew Bledsoe and then Tom Brady type deal. Just basically just not doing too much, managing, just using everything around him to the best of his ability, checking down when he has to. I mean, I haven't really seen him make any mistakes like that. So as long as he continues to do that, then yeah, like why not? Why not the Niners, right?
Yeah. History kind of points to, fellas, if you guys remember, it's been it's been some successful quarterbacks at their rookie year when nobody ain't figured them out yet. That comes on a team with a lot of great weapons, and then especially a great head coach and a killer defense. And those teams generally are tough. And so this just reminds me of like a 0-1 Pittsburgh type atmosphere. But Ian, your thoughts, bro?
I think it's an overreaction. Like Jamar said, he has weapons and he has a great head coach with a great offensive mind and scheme. So he don't really have to do much, just keep the ball in, all of those weapons they got, they stay healthy. Keep it in those guys' hands. But I think come playoff time, they're going to have to depend on him to a certain extent. I don't know if Jimmy G is going to be back by then, but if he's out there, they're going to have to depend on him at some point. But it is possible for him to just manage the game, and if the defense can keep them on top of the scoreboard, it's possible that they can make a run with all that talent that they got. And he don't,
Bobby Gold can kick you a few field goals. He's money.
Yeah, and no big, give the ball back to the defense. No big turnovers. Just kind of keep it steady. It's possible, but I do think playoff football, they're going to need a quarterback to get them over the hump. Even with G, even if he was out there, at some point you're going to need a quarterback to get you over the hump.
Right. Yeah, but again, keep in mind, Ian, that when you talk about winning this championship, Just the point was being a scarier team with Brock behind center rather than Jimmy G.
Nah, I mean, I don't think so. I think so, yeah. I don't think so. I think it's pretty much the same. In Jimmy G's hand, I think he just, just more comfortable with the offense. But I just think they're pretty much, game managers. Just keep the ball in his hands and kind of just ride it out.
With all the weapons you got, just get the ball out your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Matt, your thoughts, bro?
Kind of just gonna piggyback off what Ian said. There's night and day with Jimmy and Purdy, but in this offense is designed as a pillow for any quarterback, literally. Like you can be a Trey Lance, who's probably a run and gun West Coast style quarterback, zone read quarterback, but this right here can make anyone a game manager just because of the personnel that they have on the field. Right. So this offensive scheme and this overall team, when it comes to his overall talent, you as a quarterback can make so many mistakes and it really won't be seen because you have the talent across the board, from a McCaffrey to a Samuels to I don't know how to pronounce the number 11. Ayuk. People
George
still
Kittle.
They got a top 2 tight end. We got even with McCaffrey, you still got a stable of running backs who are starters on any other NFL team. You know what I mean? Everything. So yeah, with Purdy, I think more athletic quarterback than what Jimmy G would offer that team. Mm-hmm. But when game management, I think what he's presented to us thus far, him and Jimmy G are identical to how this offense is moving. Now, when it comes to them getting to the playoffs, this team is designed for designed for the quarterback not to fail. Because you got so many moving pieces, there's always going to be something open. There's always going to be a mismatch. There's always going to be something open downfield. And if not that, that conditioning for the defense is going to allow a McCaffrey, what's his name, Morstead, those to shoot through those holes. And also number 44 used to be a Bear, the fullback.
I forgot his name, the white guy.
Alice Clark style of. So when you have those many pieces, it allows someone that is a Mr. Irrelevant to just pick up where they left off. You know what I mean? So if are they more of a threat with Purdy? They're the same team. I don't think they missed a beat with him. I think I can say I will question, is there a difference between Trey Lance and Garoppolo? Because I don't see Trey Lance fitting in this offense, but Purdy fits in this offense way more than Trey Lance does.
Boom. This is perfect, y'all. This is perfect. Because in a way, Jamar, you've kind of stated this. And I told you I was proud of you, because remember I said the average brain would think, right? Remember this, Ian, Jamar? A couple of weeks ago I said this, that the average brain would think that if Jimmy G goes out and Brock Purdy comes in, oh yeah, because I asked on the NFL reactions and overreactions a few weeks back, but Jamar was very, he was firm in his stance. I'm not worried, because based off of the weapons and the team that's around the quarterback, like you say, Matt, like you say, and y'all see how this kind of adding up now? And so, in a way, you can kind of plug in just plug in the quarterback. And if he is not like a Trey Lance type of guy, a guy that's perfect for a system, not do too much, manage the game, then that's what this team needs. And so that's dead on accurate. I love it. On the other hand, fellas, let's address some comments. Prescott JB stated, I want to go back to age 21 and pass block Matt Mosley one more time. And so did you guys play each other in college?
No, but he don't want that. Not when we was 21. He don't want that at all. If you was 21, that would have been what, 2019? Yeah, you don't want that shit at all.
Oh yeah, I love it, baby. Yeah. Y'all make me want to put on my pants again.
He wouldn't. I wouldn't even bull rush. It would just been a hoop.
Right. That would be fantastic, man, because both of y'all played at pretty elite D1 programs, man. That's dope. Yeah, that's dope, ain't it, Ian? And so Prescott JB, yeah, man. It's all in fun, by the way. Additionally, Anthony Warshaw stated that the offense of the Lions is top 5, the defense is garbage. And then Deshaun Reed Sr. stated, I think they are just as scary. Nod to Shanahan with his plug and play offense. It's literally next man up, and all his personnel are buying into what he's selling, which is a recipe for success. Shanahan should be in the running for coach of the year. Purdy got the best in the league backing him as well. San Fran will be fine. Yes. And so, yeah. On the other hand, Prescott JB has chimed back in, and he stated, I was 100 pounds heavier at 21 since the last time we faced off, LOL. I was blocking for Jimmy Garoppolo. Would have not been easy for you. So, yeah.
It would have
Hey,
been
man,
easy.
they want to make us do a turkey bowl or something, Ian. Like, yeah.
Be down lineman. Let's go.
Hey.
Yeah, but once again, Prescott JB, Matt, fellas, this is all in fun. I get out there with y'all too, man, and I, run some routes. They stated back after college and stuff that I was a mini Usain Bolt. At least my it was a few folks at LA Fitness that told me, and so yeah, man, so
Wasn't expecting to at all.
Apparently, there's levels to this. I'll leave it at that.
He was like a C-lister.
Yeah, man, on top of that, in the gym, I was hooping and stuff, like few folks like, you're Michael Jordan. And I'm like, thank you. I'm like, I appreciate it. And so, yeah, man, sports is very important, world is very important. On the other hand, all right, fellas, let's now chime in and let's talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars, y'all. Based off of how this football team has been playing as of late, fellas, is it an overreaction to think that with the Tennessee Titans not really doing that well with Ryan Tannehill, a lot of people think that he is really not starting this league, that he's overdue. But now you have a rookie and Willis that's starting that quarterback. And so is it an overreaction to see that based off of how Jacksonville has been playing as of late? And again, Matt, I tell you, these two dudes know their stuff, bro, because they was excited about Jacksonville. And for me, I'm just watching the L's. And I'm like, yeah, they nice, but they kind of a little bit of time away. But now they're like kind of peaking, kind of reminding me of like Detroit. And they, are very explosive to Jacksonville. They are like now taking that stride. Is it possible that they can overtake the Tennessee Titans for the AFC South crown? And keep in mind, y'all, that these two teams will meet in the final weekend. Jamar?
Yep. No, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Trevor Lawrence turned the corner. He looks every bit of the number one pick that they thought that he would be. Coaching, weapons around him are playing better. Defense is playing a little bit better. They don't quit. A couple of weeks ago against Dallas, that showed you why, right? They was down by 17 at one point, forced overtime, pick 6 to win the game. Trevor Lawrence has been balling out. And then also with them playing so well, and at the same time with Tennessee playing like trash, Tannehill or Willis, it doesn't matter.
Right.
When you don't have AJ Brown anymore, and I stated this for I don't know how long ago. When you take your number one weapon on the outside away, all the team's gonna do is focus on number 22 in the backfield. Your pass catchers are not as explosive anymore. You become a one-dimensional team. You cannot win in this league with a play-action reliant quarterback. You can't. This is not 10, 15 years ago when you go round and pound and have a great defense and win it all. You can't do it anymore. You can't whatsoever. So it's a perfect storm. Jacksonville is going to Jacksonville is going to win this division. All they have to do is win out. And the way they've been playing, the way the production they've been getting out of Evan Ingram, Travis Etienne has been playing well. Zay Jones has been out of his mind except for this last game. Christian Kirk has been phenomenal the whole year. Offensive line's protecting, defense stepping up. It's a perfect storm. Jacksonville is winning this division.
Yeah, your thoughts, bro?
I'm gonna have to agree with Jamar. I think Jacksonville is on the, they're on the tear. I did pick them last week to beat those Cowgirls.
You did.
I believe the number one thing with the Jaguars is, they had it like similar to the Bears. They had a plan last summer. They used all their money, got the players that they felt like they were working their system. And most importantly, they got a coach. I think that's the most important thing with Jacksonville. I think Doug Peterson has really got them on the right track. Him and Trevor Lawrence seem like they really fit. And like you guys said, Trevor, he's starting to turn that corner. And they just starting to mesh now. They hot right now. So, I mean, in Tennessee, I don't ever think Ryan Tannehill was it. Like Jamar said, you trade away AJ Brown, no receivers. They go get Robert Woods. Robert Woods not the same, coming off an ACL injury. And Robert Woods not a number one. I love Robert Woods, but he's a number two receiver. So they have no number one receivers. No dominant tight end. So as a defense, if I'm playing against you guys, I'm gonna stack 8 in the box and I'm gonna make Ryan Tannehill beat. And that's not gonna happen every week. You might get that one week. And I think they did that against the Packers, like on a Thursday night game. But that's one game. He's not gonna beat me every week. He's not gonna beat me every week. So I'm gonna put 10. I'm gonna put 9, 8 in the box. We're gonna try to stop Derrick Henry, and we're gonna make Ryan Tannehill beat us. And that's not gonna happen. So I think they need to move on from that. And I think that's what's been holding them back. You look back in the last couple of years, they've been in the championship game. What's been holding them back, I feel like personally, has been the quarterback. So I think eventually, I think Jacksonville's gonna catch him.
Yeah. Matt, your thoughts, bro?
I think it's gonna be a tight game, but with 7 in the game for the Titans, it changes the whole makeup of things because he's a Josh Allen but stronger, more athletic, more explosive. So now you have a zone read threat with King Henry, and they don't have any number ones, but they have solid number twos that can feed off of each other, being Woods and Corey Davis. You get Corey Scott, he's a 1.0 version of AJ. Legit. Now, they will give him go because I will say Trevor Lawrence has made the turn with the same turn that Justin Fields has had when it comes to just being an impact quarterback, an impact player for their team. So I will say, I never got last year why the Jaguars started to put ATN at receiver. I'm glad when they put him at running back, they found their niche as well when it comes to having an extra receiver on the field instead of just having him at receiver and you having a useless person in, But I don't see the Jaguars beating the Titans just because they don't have the film study for the personnel that they have in, and the Titans' only hiccup is their quarterback. They have I think an offense that is designed where when you have a running back that good, you just have to catch the ball. Like they're not going to be pressed because as you're saying, and as you guys are assuming, and I'm assuming it's a universal mindset when it comes to when you are the opposition going against Titans offense, stack the box, 7 plus people. From there, that's all one-on-one matchups. Robert Woods is a good seams, quick laser kind of guy. Corey Davis can run the whole route tree. Get him hot, you get him hot. And I think number 7, the way that he can throw the ball, and he's a quarterback that can throw the ball, dropping back 70 yards. He can throw anyone open. They have the speed on the corners. Their tight end personnel is fast. They don't have like regular tight end. These are hybrid tight ends. They inline blocker just because they have a Derrick Henry. But what's the tight end name? Is it Irv What's his name?
Irv Smith. Irv Smith.
Him, right? Correct.
So yeah.
Yeah, he can get it done. He's a alternate Pro Bowler to me. You know what I mean? So he's still an elite tight end. They have the personnel. It's just I don't get the point of why they drafted 7 to keep Tannehill in for as long as they did. I think that game is going to be the game where number 7 shows his ass. And the Jaguars, they're going to, or Jaguars, they finish the season strong, but they're not going to win that game. They're not. I just don't see it. A star is going to be born that game. Watch.
Woo. All right, man. And the tight end, by the way, y'all, is Chigoziem Akinkwọ. Y'all know the guy. Akinkwọ. I remember it. Yeah, I remember seeing highlights of him. Yeah. Akinkwọ.
They got him from Seattle, right?
Let's see. Yes, and he played for Maryland College. Yes, so Akinkwọ. Yep. And so yeah, he is the tight end, y'all. And then after that is Austin Hooper. Y'all remember Austin Hooper? Hooper.
Redskins and a Colts, if I'm not mistaken.
Which guy?
Hooper?
Who played for the team? Hooper, yeah.
Atlanta.
Hooper played for somebody. Who did he play for before?
Atlanta and Cleveland.
Okay. Yeah. Atlanta and Cleveland. Yeah. Yep. So yeah.
Tight end group ain't that solid.
Right.
I'm still putting my money on tight.
Right. Yeah. Yep, y'all. And so to address the comments, y'all, Deshaun Reed Sr. stated on Jacksonville can really be a thing. The moves they made in the offseason, they added playmakers for Lawrence. ETN is back with a 1,000-yard season to keep the D honest. And most importantly, they got rid of Mr.
Grind on me.
Yeah. Mr. Grind on me, Mr. Grab, jeans, Mr. Get drunk in the club at night. We talking about Urban Meyer, man.
Oh, that happened? He got drunk in the club?
Yeah, you remember he got drunk in the club, bro? Was in there groping and hump. He was doing all type of stuff in the club, bro. It was all on video. You remember last year?
Yeah, doing that and kicking kickers.
Yeah, kicking kickers in practice and stuff, cussing people out.
Yeah. Now, didn't he ask his family, could he go back to the NFL? What you doing that at the club?
I know, that was the crazy part.
The irony on how you gonna go out, because that's the same way you came in. That's deep.
Yeah.
I don't even match like that.
It's crazy, bro. It was just a complete like.
He the same coach that was that coach Hernandez, right? At Florida, right?
Yeah. Yep.
All making sense. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, man, and he was up there causing a little drama at Ohio State too. I mean, they was winning, but it was some stuff going on at OSU too, man. And so Urban Meyer, yeah, they got rid of him. On the other hand, y'all, that was big for him. Ron getting Doug Peterson. And most importantly, they got in Doug Peterson. They are heating up, and so look out for them in 2023. Because adding Calvin really to that offense. And so he's saying, look out. Is Calvin really already on the Jack? I thought he's still on Atlanta, right? But
he got traded at the deadline.
Okay, he's with Jacksonville.
Yep.
Yeah, he's just still on suspension.
Yep.
Right. Okay, yeah, that's definitely gonna be a weapon.
And the last time I checked when he played, he was arguably a top 5 receiver too. So
right.
Yeah. There's a reason they let Julio go.
Yeah, because Calvin was that dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. And so, yeah, y'all. On the other hand, y'all, Prescott JB stated, Ryan Tannehill is the dude who eats his wife's terrible cooking and smiles anyway. And so, how you feel about Ryan Tannehill? He's going to the kitchen and smile doing it, yeah. And so on the other hand, additionally, y'all, Jonathan Abernathy stated, He's just saying good morning and holding up his hands. And so good morning, Jonathan. Good morning, bro. Participate with us, man. And so yeah, this is what we got going on in the NFL, y'all. And lastly, y'all, and Matt, we'll start with you first on this one. Ian and Jamar, you can chime in. Today we got the Buffalo Bills. We got them at noon. Matt, do you think that Chicago Bears should shut down Justin Fields after this week's action against an elite team like the Buffalo Bills? Or do you think that the Bears should continue to let him play beyond this point? Because a lot of people, or let's just say my thing is, you got folks that agree and you got folks that are on the other fence. I feel like with Justin, I don't want to see him get hurt because I know what he can do already. And so I want to, make sure that he's healthy for next year, rather than him playing right now, then the possibility of him getting hurt and then going into the off season and having to go through all that extra stuff without developing, like his game actually. And so just curious, bro, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that the Bears should shut down Justin Fields after this week's action against the Buffalo Bills? Or do you think that they should continue to play him for the rest of the season?
I think they should continue to play him the rest of the season. I think what we have going on right now as an organization is momentum. Momentum knowing that we have talent. Momentum knowing that we don't have the right pieces in place, but we're still having competitive games. We're not getting blown out. We just played the Philadelphia Eagles. Quarterback just came out banged up. The game was close. He was not productive. Their offense was not, productive as they prototypically are, in games past. You know what I mean? So to finish the season strong, even if it's with a loss, is the fact that we finished with who we see ourselves building our offense around and building our team around going into the future. And I think if we were to play this game with Justin Fields and close the rest of the season out with him not playing, that's some stuff that the old Detroit Lions used to do. That's something that the old Arizona Cardinals used to do. That's what teams who don't win do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. For us to be a winning team, we have to set that precedent from start to finish. I don't care if we're gonna have be 3-12 or whatever it's gonna be, but we still have to finish that strong. And I think how Justin Fields is seen from a fan perspective, that's not something he would want. You know what I mean? He's always been a winner, but he's never been a person just to step down just because. He's always been QB1 from when they followed him on Netflix until now. So I think keep him under center, keep him leading the team, and from there, just set the tone and gives him something to compete and to focus on going into the offseason. And from there, that's just how he's going to lead, and how he leads is how everybody else is going to follow. And those pieces that they put going to fit perfectly.
Right. And one thing, we try to do on this podcast, Matt, is definitely look at things from various points. And so looking at it from your point, let's just say, for instance, right, if he do beat Buffalo today, this could be a very good motivational piece for him going forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we showed out against Buffalo, and maybe you can pull off a few more wins to close out the season. And that's always very good as you head, into the off season. And so see that. Jamar, Ian, fellas, any thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm in the same light of you play him. If he's healthy, you play him. He's still, relatively young. I still want to see him get more snaps out there. After this game, you got two division games left. Let him play those games. Like Matt said, momentum is on their side. They are playing these teams tough. And it's telling. That lets me know that the culture is being set, that they are buying into what Matt Eberflus is dishing out. The fact that we only lost by 5 against the Eagles, the best team in the league. The fact that we played Dallas so well a few weeks ago. The fact that, we are scoring points. We are, basically allowing Justin to play his game to his skill set right now. Just let him continue to grow so we can continue that momentum into the offseason. And, when March comes around for free agency, when April comes around for the draft, build more pieces around. But yeah, let him play. If he's healthy, he let him play because the football, I feel like the competitive person in him, he's going to play if he's willing to play. He's not going to want to sit out. What kind of stuff is that? Just let him play.
Yeah. Ian, you agree?
Yeah. If he's healthy, play him. Typically, looking at it from this standpoint, he started the middle of the season last year. Put him in as a full-time starter in the middle of the season last year. So technically, this is almost like he's just beginning to be a 1-year starter. So up until now, he's a 1-year starter. So he needs that time on the field that to get adjusted to certain things. He's been playing great as of lately. He's starting to turn that corner. He's healthy. He's a competitor. He's not going to just want to sit out to be a healthy scratch. I mean, typically nobody does, but he's the number one quarterback. As long as he's not hurt or on the verge of getting hurt, like big time, like season-ending injuries, just let him play. Get that experience. And like you guys said, that's building momentum for next year. We could win the next 3 games. I'm pretty sure they don't want to win the next 3 games to keep the number 2 pick, but but yeah, he needs that experience, man. I mean, it would be no point to just sit him out. He's healthy. He needs that experience. Let him play.
Okay. Yeah. Reggie, good morning, bro. Reggie, former O-lineman, MP. He stated, y'all, football players play football. You play if you're healthy. Fields is getting valuable lessons for next year against top defenses this second half stretch. He did better last week with not taking unnecessary hits besides the dirty hit by Ndamukong Suh. Just remind him to play smart, which he has been doing a good job of lately.
Thanks.
Yeah. So I see you guys' point. And there's a consensus of agreement here that Justin Fields should continue to play. Competitive standpoint, top defenses he's playing against. He's adjusting his game to not take unnecessary hits, which is very important, which is part of the region, Reggie, why I'm very hesitant, because his ass know how to love to take them unnecessary hits. And that stuff be adding up when you're running as a quarterback. And so he's playing smarter. And that's very, very important, especially if you want to look forward to next season. And so, yes. All right, y'all. We will let you guys rock with us as we'll make those picks today. And shortly, actually, in regards to the upcoming games for today and tomorrow and Monday night. And so now, fellas, let's get into our top 5 NFL teams. And so, Jamar, you can chime in. Ian, you follow up. And then, Matt, if you got a top 5, you can give them to us. So, yes, Jamar, who's your top 5 teams in the NFL right now?
It's basically the same as last week. Just a reminder, I won't get into much detail, but I got the Chiefs at 5, Bengals at 4, Bills at 3, Niners at 2, and Eagles at 1.
I had it written down. Here it is. Eagles at 1, Bills at 2, Chiefs at 3, Bengals at 4, Niners at 5.
Okay. And Matt, for me, I got Chiefs at 5, Bengals at 4, Niners at 3, Bills at 2, Eagles at 1. Got a top 5, Matt?
Say Eagles at 1, Vikings at 2,
Vikings. I mean,
yeah. Buffalo at 3, Bengals at Bengals at 4, Niners at 5.
Okay. And you going with Minnesota because even though the wins are ugly, they're winning still.
Yeah, and those are the teams that when the playoffs is a whole different season, they've been playing these gritty games already. It's not going to be nothing new. And they got probably the best receiver in the game right now who catches, he's Lynn Swan 10.0.
Everything.
Lynn Swan mixed with Jerry Rice, mixed with Randy Moss.
Right. All of the above.
They got a big 3, big 4. They got Hawkins too, right? at tight end.
Yeah. TJ Hawkinson, yep. Traded for him this year, yep.
Yeah, they
Still
got a
got
big
Thielen. Still got Thielen.
and
Dalvin.
he percent. So we don't know. He may shock everybody because no one's gonna be thinking about him when the playoffs hit.
Yep.
You know how to as a Viking, they got an MO of they show up last minute in the playoffs, and this may be the year where they're gonna show up last minute a few too many times, and shit, they're gonna be in the Super Bowl. Gonna be in the NFC Championship.
Definitely possible.
Yeah, the Vikings and Bengals to me remind me of each other.
Yeah.
They remind me of each other so much.
Yeah. Interesting, bro. And so Prescott JB stated the 49ers are number one until they have to put me in at quarterback. And so Prescott JB is stating that if the 49ers put him in at quarterback, they won't be the number one team. But as of now, with Brock Purdy, that he believes that they are the best team in football. And so I don't knock at Prescott JB because they look tough, man. But you know, the Eagles did beat them earlier this season, but that was a different quarterback, etc. And so yeah, top 5, y'all. And so now, fellas, let's get into our week 16 NFL picks. We have a variety of games. And so for those that are chiming in with us, feel free to give us your picks as well. And we'll note them on the page. So Jamar, Ian, Matt, let's go. Jamar, you can start us off and you chime in. Matt, then I'll follow up. And so we got the Saints at the Browns, Jamar. The Saints are playing for a lot. The Saints are in a weak NFC South. And hey, man, they only one game out of that division lead, baby. They got a chance to make January. And on the other hand, the Browns are playing for pride. They have been winning as of late since Deshaun has come back. And so who you got for this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Brownie the Elf here, and the team from Lake Erie. Yeah, I understand the Saints still have a chance in that, in that division, but Browns still have a very outside chance of getting into. I just think they're the better team right now, and definitely has the better quarterback, even though he's still, battling through a little rust there, hasn't played, but I expect Nick Chubb to have a big day. I got the Browns.
Yeah, and
I got the Browns.
Matt.
Yeah, I'm watching this thing. I really did not even know all of these games on. I was really about to miss my Bears.
Yep, all today. This is the end of the year. Most wonderful time of the year.
I picked the dog pound for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with y'all, man. I think that weather plays a big role today. And I think the backs dog the Saints. We'll see how the Saints come out. They got a lot to play for. The Bengals at the Patriots. Jamar, who you got?
And is Dwayne watching? Dwayne, I want to make sure you hear me. I'm taking Cincinnati. I'm not taking your team anymore. Your team did the stupidest play I've ever seen in my life. But in all seriousness, the Bengals are rolling. Momentum is in their favor. They're looking healthy. Best receiving core in the league. Arguably, you can put them as the best offense in the league too, based on talent-wise, is for sure. Defense is actually underrated good right now. I don't think New England has enough to even keep up with this team. I know it's in Foxborough, but since he has something to play for, they only a game behind the 1 seed here. So I'm taking Houday Nation. So
Cincy, I'll take Cincy.
They both got something to play for. Patriots got the chip on their shoulder because they let a game that they should have won slip away. Again, they have two pass rushers who are in the top 8 in the league. Bengals have a quarterback that gets hit a lot. Their offensive line is suspect when it comes to the pass pro. So I put it like this: if the Bengals keep this game close, it may not be a game that they win because I think Patriots pass rush will eat them up. So I'm gonna pick the Patriots.
Yeah. I know this is gonna be a good game. I know that. Everything points to it. But I'm gonna go with the Bengals and the experience. They win those type of games. And they clicking on all cylinders, man, Cincinnati. And they get right. They know how to get right when it matters. So I'm gonna go with the Bengals on this one. Jamar, the Bills at our Bears. Who you got for this one, bro?
Hey, man, Justin Fields, man, just make this game enjoyable to watch, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Bills Mafia, man.
Yeah.
Man, pains my heart to say this, but yeah, Bills Mafia. Justin Fields, just stay healthy, man.
Man, you got the Bears in the upset because I don't.
I mean, we just played the Eagles. We look really solid. We found a new identity, showing that the defense actually can play defense. But we don't have Sanborn on the defense. I didn't hear about him playing this week. I know he had an injury last week, so I'm gonna have to go with the Bills. Like Jamar said, it's Justin Fields. Make this exciting, please. Please.
That's all we could ask for.
Yeah. You about to say something, Matt?
No, I was just saying, oh man, it was hard. It was hard to really to make that decision, to say that out loud.
Yes, yeah, man. Tough picking against your team. Giants at the Vikings. Jamar, who you got?
You know, I'm gonna take the Vikings, but I'm gonna say this much: Vikings pass defense is still atrocious right now. And Saquon Barkley is a problem, but I'm gonna take the Vikings because their record says 11-3. So I'm gonna just take the Vikings. I don't have any faith, but I'm gonna take the Vikings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Vikings. I'm gonna go with the Vikings on this.
Matt.
Man, you got to me real quick. Oh man, this is tough too. The Giants have a really vicious front seven.
Yeah, young too.
They have a really young, fast, and aggressive front seven, and these are both teams that they're playing for positioning just in general in the playoffs. So and you saying the Vikings got their defense when it comes to deep threat is tough, and Jones, he creates so much when it comes to, he reminds me of Ben Roethlisberger when it comes to how he keeps plays developing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's only nervous about picking against the Giants with the Vikings, but when it comes to everything else, the Vikings top them all. So I'm gonna pick the Vikings.
Yeah. This one is an interesting game for me. The Giants got a lot to play for. I think the Vikings win this one though in a classic game. I think this is going to be a very good game because they both got a lot to play for. And they're two physical. These are very physical football teams, especially on the defensive side of the ball. So I'm looking forward to a boring game, I think. But when I say it's going to be boring, it probably likely will end up, Matt, as being an all-time goddamn shootout. And so I'm going to say that the game will be boring defensively, but I think that the Vikings pull it out late. And so I'm gonna be watching that one as well.
17 Vikings.
Something like that, yeah. Jamar, the Lions at the Panthers. Hey, the Panthers got something to play for, man. They are one game out of the NFC South. Ian loves the Panthers. Who you got for this one? I know Ian this a tough one for him, man.
I know he's torn. He's torn over there. His heart. I feel for his heart. Matter of fact, Ian, is that a Ohio State shirt? Because last week you had on some Michigan colors, so
I had to come back.
How you pull that off? How you put it? I don't go blue to
What wasn't it a Warriors jersey you was wearing in last week? Just so
But
your new jersey.
Yeah, it was like a grammar school jersey, but it was the same colors though.
It was identical to Michigan.
Yeah, very identical basketball jersey. Yep.
Mm-mm-mm.
Gotta be careful with that blue and gold, bro.
Hey man, they watching. But as far as this game, yeah, technically both teams got something to play for here. And Panthers is going to give the Lions a little trouble here. I think this is a trap game for the Lions. Panthers' pass defense is really good. And I stated before, Jared Goff does not play well on the road normally, especially outdoors on the road. I'm going to still take the Lions because I think momentum is carrying them, but this is going to be a close game, in my opinion. Very close.
Yeah. Him?
Close game. I know the Panthers can run the ball when they really need to. Solid defense, but young. So it's really going to depend on the offense if the offense can get it done. But the Lions, they've been
Isn't that favorable against the Lions defense in that case?
the Lions been hitting on all cylinders on offense. So it's a tough one. I'm gonna go Panthers though. I'm gonna go Panthers on this one. I'm gonna go keep pounding. I'm gonna go Panthers.
Oof.
Yeah. Matt, who you got, bro?
I think this is gonna be a battle of the secondaries. The Panthers have a really good, I want to say, is he a first year, second year guy, number 8 from South Carolina?
J.C. Horn.
J.C. Horn.
And Lions have the rookie receiver that's his first pass a few weeks ago was a touchdown from Alabama.
Yep, Jameson Williams. Yep.
That would be an interesting matchup to see because I think he is their best offensive weapon.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Horn is their second best defensive weapon outside of Burns.
Brian Burns. Yep.
It's gonna be on that. Watching the DB and the receivers, and whoever wins the pass rush battle between Aiden Hutchinson or Burns, but I do see the Lions coming out on top.
Yeah. The Panthers are 5-9. I know they've been playing a little good football, but the Lions, I just think they're better overall. I'm gonna go with the Lions. The Seahawks, y'all. Geno Smith. Congrats to Geno Smith, y'all. Our boy came from nothing last year. Going through the bench. Second string quarterback. And big ups to Geno Smith, man. He has made the Pro Bowl. And I'm very proud to see him make the Pro Bowl. He is going up against another Pro Bowler and Patrick Mahomes. And so, curious to know, fellas, who you got for this one? Jamar, who you got, Seahawks or the Chiefs?
And I'm definitely taking Chiefs here. And we marvel on how Seattle has done this year with no expectations at all to even be at this point to still be in the playoff hunt. And Geno balling out, and the fact that Geno may not even be the quarterback of the Seahawks this time next year, just because how everything's transpired too. So, nevertheless, I got the Chiefs. I think they win big.
Yeah. And who you got?
I got the Chiefs, but I got the Chiefs in a close game though.
Okay. Good game. Yeah. Matt, who you got for this one?
I got the Chiefs as well. I do see it being a close game. I do see it being a gun show for sure.
Right. This is my upset pick. I got Seattle. The Chiefs defense, man, they struggle against great quarterbacks. I'm not saying Geno's great, but he's been great this season. I'm going to go with the Seahawks. Yeah. Texans at the Titans. Who you got, Jamar?
Look, Texans can't stop the run. Titans have a monster. That's all I need. I got Tennessee, man.
Okay. And
man, you know what's crazy? I think every time Derrick Henry plays the Texans, he just demolishes them, bro. Like he be setting records on them dudes. So yeah, I got the Titans.
Matter of fact, let me check the prop bet for that one right now since I got the app open. Let me check that.
And Matt, who you got for this one?
Titans. I don't have nothing else to say on that one.
Let's see.
The Texans, y'all, have as of late, and let me know when you're ready, Jamar, but the Texans as of late, they have been, a tough team. They've been putting up fights. And so, and the Titans they look like crap with Malik Willis. This is a trap game for the Titans, for real. I'm ready to pick the damn Texans. I promise you I am. I'm going to go with the Titans, though, just to be safe because the Texans find ways to lose late. So I'm gonna go with the Titans. I can't pick the Texans. I can't, man. Not with Davis Mills. Hell.
They got the over under 111 yards for Derrick Henry. I'm taking the over.
Yeah, yeah. I don't blame you because last time you guys remember watching the game, Malik Willis played because Ryan Tannehill was hurt, and they ran the ball the whole game, Matt. The whole game, and Derrick Henry just gave them the win. He literally won the game for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I'm like, damn, they ain't even throw the ball. Like, and so yeah, I see you guys' point. The Falcons, Jamar, man, the Falcons are one game out of the NFC South. They got something heavy to play for here. Okay. They bringing it all in tomorrow, man, with Desmond Ridder. All right. They are playing against Tyler Huntley, okay, who is also a backup quarterback. And so in this battle of backup quarterbacks, who do you got for this one, man? The Falcons or the Ravens?
I'm gonna take the Baltimore Ravens here. I don't know what Ridder can do in Baltimore here. He's still an unknown. At least I know what Huntley is, and I know what the Ravens defense is. So I know their defense is good enough to stop Ridder. So I got the Ravens.
And your thoughts?
Some telling me to pick the Falcons, but I'm gonna go with no, you know what? I'm gonna pick the Falcons.
Taking the Dirty Birds.
I'm predicting Desmond Ridder come out of the game and Cordero Patterson has a monster game. I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
Matt?
Falcons. I'm a big fan of Ridder. I thought Ridder should have started to start the season in general. They're solid special teams when it comes to the receiving part of it all. I think with Cordell Patterson doing his part offensively and on the special team is going to help Ridder a lot. And I think Ridder is a game player. You know what I mean? So I'm picking the Falcons for sure over the Ravens against Huntley.
Okay. For me, it's cold in Baltimore, number one. They're coming from Atlanta. Number two, Tyler Huntley is basically a duplicate of Lamar Jackson. So he don't do much to lose the game. The defense is great for the Ravens. Shout out to Roquan for making a Pro Bowl still. And I watched y'all Desmond Ridder last week with the Falcons. Oh my God. When I say he looked worse than Davis Mills, it was so bad to where at the end of the game, when he threw the ball, he didn't even know that the clock had ran out. The man just, chance to win the game. He just stepped out of bounds. He just stepped out. He didn't even throw the ball because he didn't know. And so I don't know what to say about Desmond Ridder. I hope it gets better for him. Hopefully, man, he done studied his butt off, y'all, between these 5 days from last Sunday to today. But I cannot pick the Falcons, not with Desmond Ridder. I gotta go with the Ravens. And so hopefully he comes out and proves me wrong. But the way he looked last week, it was a national atrocity. The Commanders at the Niners. Jamal, who you got, bro?
Hey man, Shane Falco be doing his thing for the Commanders, but traveling all the way to the Bay, that Niners defense is ferocious. We already talked about how good this Niner team is, so I do have Niner gang in this one.
Yeah.
I got the 49ers.
Matt?
You killed me with the Shane Falco, but I got the 49ers.
I'm gonna go with the Niners too, y'all. I think it's a good game though. Just because Chase Young is coming back for the Commanders. So I think it's a good hard-fought game. Good hard-fought game. Eagles at the Cowboys. So, as y'all know, Jalen Hurts is hurt. He's not starting. Gardner Minshew is coming in. They're going up against the Cowboys in a big D. Dallas is desperate. Who you got for this one, Jamar?
Man. Oh, man. And dude, I saw that play live when Hurts got hurt. He was on the ground for a while. He bounced up afterwards and kept playing, but I'm like, I don't think he was all right. Lord behold, he wasn't. I'm gonna take them boys. And not saying that Gardner can't get it done, but I think, the Cowboys really, really, really want to win this game. And the Eagles not at full strength. So I'm gonna take them boys.
Okay. Yeah.
Gardner Minshew is going to beat the Cowgirls. We're taking the Eagles.
Matt?
Taking the Eagles as well. They're, I would say, similar to the 49ers when it comes to offensive play, quarterback play. They are a plug and keep going type of offense. They got too much talent for Hurts to even be something that changes the temperament of how they're gonna impact the game. So I think the Eagles got it. Dak Prescott is not as good as people think. He has a great offensive coordinator who has designed. He had a great offensive coordinator and a great running back group that makes him look better than what he is. So I don't see him closing this out with a win.
For me, the Cowboys, I think, will find a way to be the Cowboys. How does the statement go, y'all, that they say on First Take with our boy Stephen A? He always states that the Cowboys, if there's a way, they will make a way or something like that.
They're an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah, that accident waiting to happen. And what bad will happen or something like that. And so with the Cowboys, I think, man, and thanks for pointing this out last weekend, Jamar, and we was talking about Jacksonville and Dallas, right, Matt? And we was saying, like, we was talking about Micah Parsons. And so Micah Parsons all throughout the media, bro, last week, just dissing the Eagles, dissing Jalen Hurts, everything, right? Getting everything built up for this matchup, etc. And we was consistent saying, but you still got to play a hot Jacksonville team. And it just so happened to be, you look up at the damn scoreboard Sunday afternoon, Jacksonville 40, Dallas 34. And so this literally shows you that the Cowboys, man, sometimes get in their own way. And this would be a very bad look if they lose to the Eagles, who is without Jalen Hurts. But this is me. I feel like the Eagles are a well-rounded team. Jalen Hurts is great, but the Eagles are a well-rounded team. And I think their team is good enough to actually beat the Cowboys.
Agreed.
And I think Gardner Minshew, he's not that bad of a quarterback. He's actually, it was one point in time, if we remember, y'all, that they were saying it was a quarterback battle between those two. And so I think Gardner Minshew come out and prove something, man. I got the Eagles. On the other hand, Jamar, this might be a good one, bro. The Raiders at the Steelers. Both of these teams are playing good football as of late.
Are both teams really playing good football as of late?
Well, the Raiders. Well, yeah, and the Steelers too. I mean, they've kind of improved. You guys don't think they're playing good football?
No, I'm more in agreement that the Steelers are playing better. I don't know about the Raiders. But...
Okay. Go ahead. Who you got?
Yeah, I'm taking Kenny Pickett and the Steelers. I think more so, I feel like they are a better team, but also on the fact that it's an emotional game with the passing of Franco. So I think they just gonna ride the wave there, and I think they're retiring his jersey at halftime too. So I think it's just an emotional win for the Steelers.
Yeah. Your thoughts?
It's crazy that the immaculate reception that he had was against the Raiders, and they played the Raiders this week. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Yeah. Matt, who you got?
I think this the battle. It's gonna be a battle of the running backs, and I think Josh is the better back between the two. So I'm going with the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm with y'all, man. I'm gonna go with the Raiders. I think the Raiders are playing good football. They have turned it around, and it's starting to look like the team we kind of thought they were. And so they are talented. I think they got a grown man at receiver in Devontae Adams. And Josh Jacobs has just been on a tear. But that is I think that's going to be a really good football game. But both of those teams are coming in playing good football. I'm gonna go with the Raiders though on that one. Jamar, the Packers, they've kind of been getting it together. I know we're Bears podcast, but as of late, they've kind of been looking like the Packers that we've been used to. And they playing against the Dolphins that have been in a slump. But the Dolphins did show a really good fight again against Buffalo last week in the snow when we kind of thought that they would go in there and fold. They put up a fight. So who you got for this one? Two teams clashing with some on the line.
Yep. I'm taking the team that resides in South Beach. Yeah, the Dolphins on a 3-game losing streak, if I'm not mistaken, but the Dolphins probably did the most traveling in those 3 weeks, twice to the Bay Area and one to Buffalo. I think them being home, with the world-class speed all around, I don't think Green Bay can keep up with that. Green Bay defense on paper is great, but overall they've been underwhelming. The offense itself been underwhelming. I just like Miami in this one.
What better Christmas present would it be to watch the Dolphins beat the Packers and knock them out of playoff contention? And who you got, bro?
I'm gonna go Dolphins on this one. I think Jalen Waddle and Tyreek have a big game.
Yeah. Matt?
Dolphins as well. The Dolphins perimeter is ridiculously fast, and their defense since the trade deadline, they've added so much to it to the front seven where it's gonna make everything even harder for Aaron Rodgers. And what their secondary is doing from a safety standpoint and how impactful they are, they fill in they come into the box and they're filling the holes well, but also they're great ball hawks. So I think it's gonna be a difficult day for Aaron Rodgers, as well as the fact that his best receiver right now is a rookie. So there's only so much he can do.
Yeah. I'm persuaded, guys. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins as well. Broncos at the Rams. So Russ is out, y'all. And Rypien, Kyler Rypien, fellas. Going up against another backup because Matthew Stafford is out. And is that Wolford? And so Jamar, who you got for this one, man? Somebody got to win the game unless they tie.
That's quite possible too, right?
I myself.
This is ugly. I'm taking the Rams, but I just want to point out it's crazy how both these teams are just losing and don't have a first round pick to show for it at all. So they just losing to be losing out here. They can't do anything with it. So that sucks.
So you got Bronco Country, that's right, or you got the Rams?
I said the Rams.
Oh, you got the Rams. Okay, that's right, because I didn't hear the last ride this week, so that let me know it's the Rams. Yeah. On the other hand, Ian, who you got, bro?
I haven't been riding with the Broncos all year, and I ain't gonna be riding this week. I got the Rams.
Matt, who you got for this one?
Yeah, I agree with Ian. I'm nowhere close to a Broncos fan. Most definitely the Rams. And Baker Mayfield's out.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield's out.
Oh, Baker Mayfield is back. Yes, you are right. I forgot he is the quarterback. Damn it. That's me.
Yeah, with that too. I mean, they got the better quarterback too. So hey.
Yeah. That is right. Baker did do a miracle 2 weeks ago on Thursday Night Football, and then came out last week and stunk up the joint. Then maybe that's why I forgot so fast. But he is the quarterback. You are totally right. So in that case, I will take the Rams being at home. But the people out there, y'all, they got Denver favored to win, though. So we'll see. Jamar, the Bucks at the Cardinals, man. The Bucks are first place in the NFC South. Do you think they want to lose this game? They are going up against the Cardinals. The Cardinals have been a big disappointment. Tough schedule this whole season, etc. Who you got for this one, Jamar?
The fact that the Cardinals are starting a third-string quarterback, I have to pick the Bucks by default. I don't have a choice. I'd be foolish to pick the Cardinals. I got the Bucks.
Ian.
I want to pick the Bucks, but I want to pick them, but I'm picking the Cardinals.
Also, Matt, Ian loves the Cardinals. It's his third favorite team.
That's that home box office influence right there.
Yeah. I'm about to say, because they started in Chicago, I mean, what the hell's going on here?
HBO is his favorite streaming app.
Got it on his phone and his TV. Yeah, and so
on all three of the TVs, not on my phone. It's on all three TVs though.
All three.
This guy.
yeah. Matt, who you got for this, bro? The Bucks or the Cardinals?
I don't see Tom Brady losing against a 4-10 team, so I'm picking the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm gonna go with the Bucks too. The Bucks lose this one though, man, and they go to 6-9, and one of those other teams go down to 6-9, or one of those teams go up to 6-9. Boy, I'm gonna be all in on the NFC South because somebody got to win that division. One of them teams.
That's crazy. 6-8 and almost at the top. They were top in the division. It's ridiculous.
I know, right? Yeah. You got folks screaming out there, these teams suck, they're terrible. Why are they going to be in the playoffs? And so, you know,
We were saying the same thing 2 years ago with the NFC East. Like,
Right.
it goes in waves.
What was the year the Seahawks won and they went 7-9?
Yep.
Or something?
7-9 with the Beastquake.
7-9 with the Beastquake over the Saints.
It went straight through that thing.
Yep, so it's possible. And so, yeah, especially you get that home playoff game, anything can happen, right? And so,
Yep.
Lastly, fellas, Chargers at the Colts. Jamar, who you got?
Hey, man, I'm taking the Super Bowl winning quarterback Nick Foles in Indianapolis. No, I'm playing. I'm taking the Chargers.
So Nick Foles is starting this week?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay. And who you got?
I'm taking Chargers.
Matt?
Say the Chargers, but I don't put nothing past Nick Foles, especially when he steps in for another quarterback.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
I'm
excited.
excited.
Go ahead, Matt. You gonna say something?
Now, so I'm interested to see how it's gonna be since Derwin James bought his whole secondary group.
Rolex. Yeah, big money.
Be a whole different energy.
Right.
Big money.
Motivated, highly
Yeah.
incentivized.
Really
Yeah.
being
Yeah, man. So we'll see. And so, world, that concludes our NFL picks. And so now, Matt, we're at the conclusion of our podcast, bro. And so I want to ask you this question. Before we end and conclude this morning's conversation and get to our final thoughts and shout outs, we're just curious to know if you could tell us more about what you currently got going and how can we find you on social media?
Right now, I'm an aspiring actor and I'm modeling. You need to just reach out to me or look for me. Is I am Morgan Mosley and Morgan Mosley Official. Morgan Mosley Official is my modeling page, and I am Morgan Mosley is my personal training page.
Okay. Yes. And so you're a personal trainer as well.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Yes. And so I'll make sure I type that in on the chat, etc. And that would actually be put in on the YouTube link as well when it's uploaded. And so great. Appreciate it, bro. And so now Jamar and then you, Matt, as well. Any final thoughts or shout outs, fellas, as we get into the weekend?
Yeah, so it's basically Christmas weekend. Merry Christmas to all of you. Matt, thank you for joining us today. I'm sorry I was late getting on. I wish I would have been here from the beginning, but nevertheless, we are having a pretty good slate of games on Christmas Day itself. Of course, you got the 5 basketball games every year, but the fact that you have 3 NFL games in between as well is just more merrier for everybody sitting on their couch in the sports world. So yeah, just shout out to the sports schedule this year.
And
Yeah, shout out to Matt for coming on, kicking it with us today. And just Merry Christmas to everybody. Everybody be safe. Get warm except Brandon. Everybody stay warm. You know, Brandon's pretty good. Everybody stay warm out there. Have a good holiday. Stay safe.
Matt.
Start off with Merry Christmas. Everyone just pray everyone staying warm. And I can just want to say thank you for having me on. I hope you have me on again because this is most definitely was really fun to start the day. And yeah, we were really blessed with this weekend slate of sports going, and the fact that Christmas is on a Sunday and we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. it's perfect for football. It's a perfect lineup. So football gods blessed us, and Merry Christmas. That's a great Christmas gift for any grown man who loves sports.
Yep.
Sir. Yeah. And so, world, you guys got it. I do want to say this: for Jesus is the reason for the seasons. I am a Christian, guys, and so I want to just advise everyone to never ever forget the true meaning of how I view it as a Christian, as Christmas. Christmas, with Christ at the beginning of Christmas. And so, Merry Christmas to you all. Love on somebody, man. Like you guys stated, it's a time where it's cold right now. If you could bless somebody with a gift, bless them with a few bucks, bless them with, some food, etc. Because there's folks out there we know in our city, man, that needs those things. And it's even here as well, even though it's warm. And so, Christ is the reason for the season, guys. And so everyone have a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Have a fun, have a ball. And we thank you all for tuning in with us this morning on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. Matt, we appreciate you, bro, and wish you all the best in all your endeavors as you go forth. And please note that you are always welcome back here on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. I beat Ian and Jamar to it. They were going to tell you as well that you're always welcome as well. So I beat them to it. And so, yes, you are always welcome, bro. And we appreciate you chiming in with us. And much love to all of you that are out there and that rock with us this morning. May you all have a blessed weekend. Stay safe, stay warm, and peace.
Peace.